I know it's like I pick on Ubisoft a lot. Maybe I pick on them because I actually like the company or liked the company. It used to be a company that made good games. Sure, sure. Some of their, when they started doing open world shit, well, they got real repetitive real quick, but I was okay with that. I was okay with going around and collecting things on the map, whether it be Assassin's Creed or any other Ubisoft game that's come out in the last 15 years. I'm always been okay with doing that because I'm one of those people that has to complete everything. And also at the same time, I felt like maybe I got a little more value out of my 60 bucks. I felt like maybe because I was having to spend a little more time inside of a game I enjoyed, I was getting just that little extra, that little extra value. And I am dropping frames. Of course I am. Well, whatever, I guess. As long as the audio's okay, we're going to keep going. Let's see here. Another rumor from Ubisoft says Ubisoft to make changes to Yasuke's story and how he is portrayed in Assassin's Creed Shadows. We'll dig in here just a little bit for just a moment. So, I've already covered before that the Assassin's Creed Shadows has been postponed until February 14th. Personally, I think it's going to go past that. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't hit, let's say maybe holiday season 2025. If they don't push it back that far, hoping one of two things happens. One, people forget about the game, which I don't think that's going to happen. But, the memory is fickle. Something might pop up even worse and, make us think, wow, that's even more shit than that Assassin's Creed game show would have been. Wow. And then they'll release it on the holiday and everybody go, oh, look, it's an Assassin's Creed game. Woo! But it says they added, that it will enable the biggest entry in the franchise to fully deliver on its ambition, notably by fulfilling the promise of our dual protagonist adventure, Noe and Yasuke, bringing two very different gameplay styles. Now, where is what I was looking here? Let's see, polishing the game, including changing some of Yasuke's story and how he's portrayed in the game, fixing architectural details, taking out the Chinese architecture in a Japanese game, taking out the Chinese buildings that would not have been in China at the time of this game, nor they sure in the hell would not have been in Japan. So there's always that, right? All right, what do we got going here? And ensuring that I can't talk, that the game is historically grounded while fitting into the Assassin's Creed universe. Now, I don't know, maybe they'll be saying, hey, we're going to make him not a samurai and just make him a retainer. Or he would have been quite literally a circus freak. I mean, I know it sounds bad, but you go to a country like Japan, which is very homogenous, and you don't really see a lot of any other cultures there, except for like in the major metropolitan areas. You're not going to see a black dude in some tiny village somewhere, more than likely, or a white dude in some village somewhere either. It's the same either way. But I don't know. I think, and this is just spitballing here, they're going to make him a retainer and kind of pull his fake historical importance back just a little bit. Because I don't have a problem with him being the character in the game. My issue was always before, like I've said many times, the fact they were trying to portray him out to be a samurai, which when there is no historical evidence of that. And in fact, the historical evidence that Yasuke even existed is very minute. And the majority of it comes from translations done by people in the West and not Japanese people. At least that I've seen. I'm sure there's something out there that I have missed completely. It's entirely possible. I'm only a one-man band, man. I can't do it all. Well, not all this anyway. I don't know. They're pulling him back. I think, like I said, I think they're just going to pull him back. I don't think they're going to replace him with the apparently original character that was Japanese and male. I think if they do that, they're gonna kick a X bee's nest. They really are. Because if this gets announced that they took Yasuke out of the game and put the original character back in, they will have a litany of Nimrods that weren't gonna spend their money anyway on X and social media, period, having a conniption fit with their landwill asses, blue-haired, fucking nose-piercing whatevers. And, of course, instead of listening to the customer, companies like Ubisoft listen to the loud. And unfortunately for us, the actual customer, the people who are willing to shell out some cash, the people who have made it so they could make a living doing what they originally loved to do, well, you know, we are not as important as they are apparently. But hopefully, I'd like to be correct and they just have him pull, like I said, pull him back a little bit from his historical fakery, excuse me, and go ahead and, polish the game and make it good. I don't think it's going to hit February. I think probably later than that. But other than that, so I'm rambling now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off.